Generative AI is a big development within Moody's and certainly a big push. But if you go back, sort of, we've for probably the last 10 years, we've been using AI within the way that we develop models, or the way that we look at things like event response. If you go back to the pandemic, we couldn't put people on the ground to go and have a look at damage within buildings. So we used AI technology within looking at satellite images to come up with, in a faster pace, with our own loss estimates for the hurricanes or events that were happening. But I think generative AI is a real game changer for the industry. And it's a real game changer for a company like Moody's and Moody, RMS within Moody's Analytics. If you think about sort of Moody's Analytics, we've got an RMS, we have a huge amount of proprietary data. And we really want to enable our customers and our colleagues to gain better access to that data and be able to interrogate that data in a much more meaningful way to get quicker answers, and so use that information that we're gleaning from that data to make better decisions and move forward. And you may have seen sort of recently that sort of Moody's signed a partnership agreement with Microsoft to create a Moody's Copilot so that we could unlock all of that data for our customers and colleagues in that platform. We showcased this at our Exceedance conference that I referred to earlier, where we put our Copilot into our intelligent risk platform. And that enabled sort of like a huge amount, us to demonstrate a huge amount of capabilities that can be delivered through generative AI, where we could answer questions like, if there's a hurricane in the water off the coast of Florida, you can interrogate it by asking question, what's the likely loss from this type of hurricane? Were there similar hurricanes that have happened in the past with a similar type of footprint? What of contracts would be affected by this hurricane? Or where you're looking at your overall portfolio, you could look at, well, where are the clashes that I don't see that aren't obvious? Now, to answer those questions previously, you'd have to get your CAT analysts, they'd have to create all of these SQL queries, they'd have to mine the data, both the exposure data and the results data. And that process could have taken days, in some cases weeks, to come up with that. But unlocking the power of generative AI, we can answer those questions in seconds. And as I say, once you start to unlock the power of that, you can really see the value that we'll be then delivering to the insurance industry and the customer base. Now you turn to the insurers or the reinsurers or the brokers who have similar levels of proprietary data, and you can see how they can use that same technology to unlock a lot of power, a lot of information that's embedded within that data, which is so difficult to get to at the moment. Well, this is one of the questions that I got asked after we did the demonstration at the Exceedance conference was, well, does this mean the role of the CAT modeler is no longer required within companies? And my answer was that no, but the role of CAT modeler will change. You're not going to be doing those sort of more mundane tasks of trying to sort of manipulate data and to run queries and so on. But you're going to be using all of that expert knowledge you've got to be able to interpret that and help the business make better decisions. And I think, again, that's across the board. We're not sort of necessarily replacing people, we're making them much more effective in terms of the result.